So we are back for another review, guys, and for today we're going to be checking out a Hidizs product. This is the MP145, and I believe this is the first planar from Hidizs that we are checking out here in this channel. And there's some Hidizs that I really like, especially for the sub 100 range, like maybe the Hidizs MS2s. So if this is maybe similar to the MS2s, this might be something that's really compelling for the $100 price point. So here it says 104 dB in sensitivity, 30 ohm impedance, cable high purity single crystal silver plated 1.2 meters in cable. 14.5 oversized planar magnetic driver. So this might be one of the bigger ones that I've seen for planars. And plug gold plated pure copper plug. And the three Hidizs pneumatic sound tuning filters. So you have tuning filters here, which is definitely really interesting. So I actually love to see that, maybe the variations, and very interesting to see more of those, especially in 2023 and now in planars. So this might be actually the first maybe planar that I've seen with the several tuning filters. From the looks itself, it looks different compared to the Hidizs MS2s. The Hidizs MS2s might be a bit smaller here, so you're actually getting maybe a plastic box here. There you go. Unboxing experience is definitely more premium, especially in the $100 range. As you guys can see, you're getting that Hidizs kind of thing. Really interesting in that. So there you go, opening it up. Alrighty, and this is actually maybe a hard case kind of thing, so you can still use this. Definitely interesting in that. So this is it. That's a huge IEM. So that's definitely an oversized maybe planar tri. I believe them on this. Maybe one of the bigger ones, if not the biggest that I've seen. Maybe bigger than the Joko here. And we have this box within the box, and that it seems to contain some accessories here. Opening it up, your case, and that's kind of like a faux leather kind of thing, and maybe with some magnets here. There you go. Some cables or cable, and actually a plastic thing going on here. That's kind of cool. And this might be your tuning filters here. There you go. That's cool that you have this case, because for some people you might lose this. Very important case. You're getting this cable, really good quality cable here. Maybe not the best that I've seen for this price point, but definitely a really good quality, so no need to maybe replace this. And at the top as well, so you're getting this plug. It's a straight plug. It's kind of big as well. It's kind of big, kind of huge, so not the most portable one. And you are getting some 2-pin connector as well. All right, putting this aside, and here, wow, that's kind of a heavy IEM there, but let's put that aside. So you're getting some tips as well, and organized also. So this is what I like about IEMs and the packaging. So this is something that you can reuse after, because yeah, it's organized. It can be your organizer, which is definitely important for some people. And you have three types of tips as well. So yeah, you have bassy ones, you have balanced, you have vocals. So you do get that tuning filters, and you also have different tips. So they really give you that sense of maybe variation. It's definitely important, especially if this is just gonna be your first maybe IEM. You would want one IEM to rule them all. So yeah, that's it mainly for the boss, and we're going now to the IEM itself. So this is what we're getting. It's actually a big IEM here. One of the bigger ones that I've seen for sure. And in terms of the design though, this very maybe futuristic kind of design. Definitely an upscale design here, if you guys can see. It's all metal in build quality, feels really good in the hand here. So actually this design is something that you can see maybe in Destiny 2 if you have played that game. So it's a very futuristic design here. So maybe in Cyberpunk, this is the IEM that you're gonna wear there, if you guys can see that. So a lot of angles. Definitely feels, especially for $100, this is a really nicely designed kit. I'm not sure how they were able to design this like this, but there's a lot of intricate stuff going on. Like for this one, there's some ridges going on, And here it seems that you have some holes there at the top, and this is your 2-pin connector as well at the side. And yeah, you do get some contours here as well, so no fins whatsoever, but that is fine because this is a big IEM. In terms of the weight, this is definitely a bit weighty, but I would say not the heaviest that I have held in the hand for sure. But I like that they have still some curvatures here, but I feels really made of high quality here. So and the unique design as well. So first impressions here for the look, this looks really nice for me, especially for the price that you're paying for. It does play the part, or even maybe punches above its weight in the maybe build quality here, especially with the lobes. So definitely a different look compared to the Hidizs MS2s. This is definitely made of better quality compared to that. So maybe one of the better maybe build qualities that we have seen in the $100 range in terms of the overall look. But of course that maybe design is it will be up to you if you like that or not. It's a very opinionated design, but I do like it. I do like the uniqueness and IEMs. It makes it stand out, especially if you have maybe a big collection already, so you want some IEMs to be easily identifiable in your collection. So yeah, we're gonna try to maybe go for the balanced ear tips here, and we're gonna have we're gonna try it out on the ear. All right, so we are now wearing it on the ears. Actually, the insertion is actually pretty deep insertion here. So this has that maybe monitoring maybe type of isolation. It does go inside the ear, and actually even if it's a big IEM, it actually wears maybe similar to a Moondrop style, but maybe with deeper insertion, so something like that. So not as maybe comfortable as your usual maybe Moondrops, not as easy to wear as your usual Moondrops, because this has maybe deeper insertion here. But yeah, I would say in terms of the fitting, pretty good here in terms of the fit. So because it does go inside the ear, stability is really good here for me. So this won't move around at all. Of course, you have your ear ropes to stabilize it a bit more. And isolation is really good as well because it does go inside the ear. It isolates a bit of my voice here. And going to comfort, so this might be the downside here because it does go inside your ear. So for some people who doesn't like that sensation, it's kind of elevated here. In this case, you definitely feel that there's something on your ear, and it does it can be maybe annoying after certain amount of time. So we now did some measurements in the MP145, and it's actually maybe different graph compared to the MS2s. So it's a different sound here. So as you guys can see, it's a balanced V in the signature. So you're getting that tip at around 1K to 2K here, and it does rise at around 5K to 10K. But after that, it kind of balances things out here. So this might be a balanced maybe planar to the ear, but of course we're going to listen to this depending on the presentation. So different compared to the Salnotes Choco, different compared to maybe some other planars that I've seen. Maybe the closest one is something audio, maybe the P1 Max that I've seen, but that is still a bit different here. So a lot of maybe planars that I've seen are more treble heavy, but that is a bit different because the bass and the treble is a bit balanced in this regard. But that is a V type of shape in the measurements through and through. So from the bass region, it goes down to around 2K with maybe a level, maybe recession there. But the dip is quite substantial, maybe around 10 dB, and then it goes up to around 5K. So you're getting that 5K elevation here, and then after that it recessed a bit to around 7K, but not that big, around 2 dB, and goes up to around 10K, and then you're still getting that 10K elevation, 10K extension here. But as you guys can see from the treble, so there's not much peaks going on here compared to maybe some other teen audios that we have seen. And again, the bass region as well, not that much maybe mid-bass hump here. So yeah, very different signature compared to what I'm usually used to, especially with planar. So this in itself is a unique selling point. So maybe for some people who's looking for a planar kind of sound, and you like that maybe V or balanced V type of shape to the ear, this might be one of the few that you can consider, because in this price range, This is the first time that I've seen something like this. But let's try to listen to some tunes here. Of course, let's try out maybe some Let's Groove by Earth, Wind and Fire. First impressions, definitely that micro detail, the planar micro detail is existing here. Lots of maybe micro detail on top. Yeah, that V-shape is definitely showing for me in the mix. It's kind of like a fun presentation for sure. But yeah, the balanced presentation is definitely showing for me in the mix. In terms of the presentation, this is a bit warmer compared to your Salnos Joko. This is a bit more fun. Maybe it reminds me of the Hidizs MS2s as well in the presentation here. So it has that maybe fun nature to the sound, that warm presentation as well. This is not a cold maybe presentation compared to the Salnos Joko. So this is something that you can listen to for a casual listening session for sure. Yeah, very enjoyable sound here. This is something that you can if you're looking for planar, just enjoy for maybe 1 or 2 hour casual listening session. So let's go to the bass. Let's try some maybe Chunky by Bruno Mars. I actually like that the bass here is it has that slam that you're looking for, but it's quite controlled. There's no the decay is pretty fast here. So it's quite a speedy bass, much like maybe some other planars that we have seen, the Salnos Jokos of the world. But compared to the Salnos, the bass is a bit bigger for me in the presentation. It's a bit more upfront for me in the presentation. Maybe a touch of mid-bass bleed, but still quite a fast bass, especially for this type of tuning. You're getting that big slam of the planar, but still having that maybe fast decay. So it's not a bloated, maybe feeling bass here, quite fast in the presentation. Quite prominent for me in the mix. So really a fun bass for me. Maybe it has maybe a touch of maybe TFZ qualities to the bass. And yeah, this is a planar bass, so this doesn't have the maybe percussive slam that you're getting with dynamic drivers. So if still if you're a bass head, you would still like maybe dynamic driver, maybe slam. But the bass here is definitely still really prominent for me in the mix. So let's try some vocals here. Maybe it's It's My Life by Bon Jovi. Yeah, the micro detail here really shines, especially for the guitars. So for the vocals, yeah, it's recessed in the mix for the male vocals, but it's more of a bright vocal presentation. And it's in the cleaner side of the presentation as well, so the vocals. Yeah, definitely this is not something that you would, buy if you like, vocal, maybe focus in the mix. Yeah, because of that more recessed nature of the vocal. But I like that the vocals are bright, revealing as well. Maybe there's a touch of shout here, but not that much. So this definitely more controlled compared to maybe several maybe planars that I've seen before. But I like the micro detail in the mix here. But yeah, the vocals, it's not the thickest vocals that you can listen to. So this is not a vocal heads, maybe planar. Let's try some maybe Paramore Hard Times for some female vocals. So I would say for the female vocals, it's positioned a bit better here for me compared to the male vocals. But the same as the male vocals here, it pushes through the mix nicely. It's a brighter vocal presentation. It's definitely not veiled to listen to. It has that maybe monitoring qualities to the sound. It has a bit of shout here for me. Quite revealing, quite fun, very engaging of a presentation. So this is not gonna be your neutral, type of vocal presentation. And much like the male vocals, the vocal presentation here is in the cleaner side as well. Let's try another maybe female vocal track, maybe some Into You by Ariana Grande. Yeah, the micro detail here shines though. So for vocal tracks, if there's some raspiness in the vocals, it will shine through the mix very nicely. And yeah, the female vocals for sure better positioned for me in the mix. But yeah, definitely more engaging of a presentation. Very engaging planar here. Touch of shout, but it doesn't bother me. There's some maybe planars that are really aggressive in the presentation. This a lot more controlled. So this might be the first planar that I've listened to that is more kind of engaging, has some aggressiveness to the sound, but not annoyingly shouty to listen to. It's still quite revealing. Actually, maybe the vocal presentation reminds me of maybe some Moondrops as well. Maybe there's some Kato vibes in a way. So it's revealing, but it's not an overly aggressive presentation. It has that monitor qualities to the sound. Actually, yeah, maybe the MS2s as well. So it reminds me of the MS2. So the vocals are kind of bright in the presentation, has some micro detail. But yeah, for sure the positioning here is a bit different compared to the MS2s. But just the micro detail and the way it presents to your ear. Let's try some guitars. So I'm guessing this might be the strength of this because of the planar presentation, micro detail. We're going to some guitars and the top end as well. So first, the cymbal's really good here for me. So one of the few maybe planars that, you know, there's no thinness for me in the cymbal. The cymbals, the body is really good. Yeah, for some planars that I've listened to before, the peak is a touch too much for me. But here again, if you see the signature, there's no peaks. So you know, the body and the cymbal is really good for me. And going to some guitars, micro detail. Of course, you're getting that extension to the 12K. So you're getting a lot of air frequencies here, and the guitars just shines through the mix. So you're getting the full spectrum of guitar sound here, which is definitely something that I like personally because I listen to a lot of guitar tracks. And the guitars resolve really nicely with ample micro detail for me in the mix. Though actually maybe not the fastest that I've listened to. I still have listened to some BAs that are faster compared to this. But there's plenty of micro detail here to throw around. Let us try some Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley. Going to the stage, really big stage from here, above average for sure to big sound stage. Separation really good because it's a maybe cleaner presentation to the ear, and because of that bigger stage, nice presentation here for separation. And going to tonality, again, this is in the warmer side of things compared to maybe what you're getting with the sal notes, maybe Jokos. This is more fun in the presentation, warmer in the presentation. This is a very enjoyable planar. Yeah, what do you think of the MP145? So yeah, planars, actually not usually into planars as much as dynamic drivers. I still like dynamic drivers in general. Our channel favorite here in the channel is a dynamic driver, so I'm usually into dynamic drivers, but this is one of the planars that I really did enjoy listening to. First, you're getting that of course planar presentation, you're getting that you know, fast presentation, fast bass, you're still getting that big slam, you're getting that micro detail for the guitars, for the vocals as well. You're getting that bright vocal presentation, pretty balanced sound signature here as well. And yeah, you're getting that nice cymbals and presentation, and quite cool, opinionated looking, maybe IEM different looking, which is definitely something that I dig. And you're getting that big sound stage and nice separation as well. So technicalities for this is definitely there. Of course, some cons here. So this has a bit of shout. So much like some thin audio maybe planars that I have listened to before, you're still getting it here, but I would say not as much, not as bad as some other maybe thin audios that I've listened to before. But this definitely has that monitor qualities, that revealing nature, and that does introduce some shout for me. So that's definitely one downside. So for people maybe sensitive to fatigue, this might not be your pick. And also in terms of the male vocal positioning, again, it's a bit recessed, so not the best maybe male vocals here. And also in terms of the size of the IEM as well, so this is a big IEM, so some people, especially with some maybe smaller ears, you might not like the listen here. And then this can be fatiguing to listen to as well for a longer listening session. So some cons here, but if you're okay with those cons, if you're into maybe an engaging type of listen, maybe monitor type of listen, and something that's really fun type of monitor, an engaging monitor, and an engaging planar monitor at that as well. This is one of the few that I've seen in this price point that does that, and I did enjoy my listen here. So yeah, for me, definitely a recommended pair for a planar here. And yeah, maybe one of my favorite planars as well in the channel, if that's the case. But yeah, does this beat my dynamic driver favorites? Not so much. I still do like some of my dynamic driver favorites over this. I still prefer dynamic drivers. But yeah, if you're looking for a planar, and if you're into maybe my preferences in the sound, this is definitely something that should be in your shortlist. So that's my take with the MP145. So nice to see something again from Hidizs, from the MS2s, which I do dig. This has some similarities to the price of that, but now you're getting your planar. So actually for planars, I'm actually hoping that we will get maybe a similar tuning to maybe a Moondrop style, maybe tuning a bit more maybe engaging to listen to. that might be a maybe a more perfect planar for me. Looking forward to that in maybe future maybe iterations and releases. But yeah, if you do want to get your MP145, of course, use my links down in the description below. If you use those links, it will help out the channel a lot. And some plug, yeah, this is the types of reviews that I'm doing recently. So more maybe podcast style, more casual reviews. Do let me know also as well down in the comments below how I can improve maybe this style of reviews. But these are the only style of reviews that I can do, because yeah, I don't have as much time as before. But yeah, have you listened to the MP145 as well? What is your favorite planar? Let me know down in the comments below. Is there a planar that I missed that I should review? Also let me know down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt review. Bye bye.